Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Wednesday, September the 28th. Stakes action at Delaware Park. Race number 7, the $100,000 Small Wonder. Delaware certified 2-year-old fillies going 3/4 of a mile. Before we get to the full preview, here's a brief message. Want to view free Formulator past performances for this race? Head to the Race of the Day page at DRF.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel and bet this card with DRF Bets. Here's the field for the Small Wonder. It's race number 7 at Delaware on Wednesday. And Mike, deserving favorite, the number 1, Bound by Destiny. This daughter of Lord Nelson is a perfect 3 for 3 with a versatile running style.
Yeah, and comes off of an easy win in her prep for this over this track. I don't know, Dan. She's got the top 3 figures in the field. She could probably do it either way, either on the leader from just off it, and she's pretty clearly the horse to beat here.
But there might be a little bit more pace in this race. So we'll throw up the TimeformUS pace projector. Always hard to project how these 2-year-olds are going to progress from start to start, even from a pace standpoint. But TimeformUS believes it'll be a fast pace. And the 4 Talk to the Judge was very fast in her career debut at Parks, and she'll get LASIX for the first time here.
I liked Talk to the Judge's career debut. I don't know that pace was necessarily that fast. I suspect she'll have to go faster early in this race. She was still pretty impressive winning first time out.
Let's talk a little bit about Bound by Destiny, 14-length debut winner at Delaware Park. She is based here. She's won all 3 of her races here, and she couldn't have won any easier last time out. The Blue Hen over 3 of these common rivals, going 5.5 furlongs. She showed good speed. It looked like the pace was legitimate, sub-22 opening quarter, and despite failing to change leads, she just keeps right on rolling along.
Just never really threatened in this race. Had a long shot up there on the pace with her early. Just pressed that horse. Took over really easily around the turn. You can see in the stretch here, Dan, she doesn't change leads. She doesn't have to. There's really nobody running behind her. And that includes the horses that run second and third, who are both back in here. I don't know. I don't have any real knocks on her, Dan. She's very much the horse to beat in this race. I can't say that I'm, blown away by any of her races. But they have her to run down in this race, it looks like.
Jeremy Rose, Anthony Pecoraro, who's having a really nice meet at Delaware, winning at almost 35%. The 2 is Bloom, ran a little bit better than it looked in her career debut, I thought, at Laurel, then found an easier spot at Delaware, second time out, where she was the controlling speed. She broke much better in this race. She made the front. The pace wasn't especially fast. She was unpressured, and she did what she had to do. She improved drastically from her debut. Now she's going to have to improve again.
Yeah, she is going to have to improve again. I like that she took a little bit of a step forward here. This was just another one of those situations, though, Dan, where she never really had to do any serious running in this race. She got clear right from the start, never faced a challenge throughout the running, and won pretty easily. To me, she's pretty hard to evaluate off of that, but I guess I won't knock her too hard.
She's by Blofeld, as is the number 3, Chicky Ness, who goes out for Jamie Ness. Jamie Rodriguez, a winner 2 starts back over a wet track. She ran against Bound by Destiny last time out. In the video we showed you, she was merely on a chase. She ended up finishing second, popping back to her left lead. She's solid, and she's tactical enough that if the 1 and the 4 hook up early, maybe she can sort of find a garden spot.
Yeah, I sort of feel like that's her best chance here. Couldn't really make a race of it last time, but maybe things will play out a little bit differently up front in this race, and I guess give her a better chance, Dan. I thought she ran fine last time. She didn't really do enough to make me want to bet her back in this race, especially if she's going to be 3-1.
Bloom's uncoupled stablemate is the 4, Talk to the Judge. Michael Sanchez will retain the mount. Let's watch this impressive career debut at Parks, going 5.5 furlongs, big speed from the start, confidently handled, turning for home, wins very easily, listed as LASIX for the first time, a horse that could certainly improve, and you gotta like that she draws outside the other's speed. It kind of gives Sanchez plenty of options here.
I do like that. And it, even though she went right to the top in her debut, she didn't necessarily look like a speed crazy filly, Dan. I just think that she landed in a maiden race there at Parks where, despite going off at over 6-1, she was just way better than those horses, had no trouble making the lead, and really never gave that field a chance. I really liked the way that she won first time out.
The 5, Unbridled SAS, is going to move from turf to dirt while adding blinkers. There are some angles here. We'll go back to her most recent start on dirt, 2 starts back at Delaware, $40,000 maiden claimer with the waiver, and Unbridled SAS went right to the front in that race, opens up, and is able to hold on pretty gamely. low buyer speed figure. Didn't think she beat the toughest field, and it's doubtful she can make the lead in here.
Yeah, that those are all the things working against her. She is turf to dirt in this race. Maybe that gives her the opportunity to take a little bit of a step forward because she's going to have to do that and probably a little bit more than that. Dan, she looks fine winning this race, but she's at this point she's not fast enough to be really competitive with some of these horses.
I think Dale Capuano has something here with the 6, Skylers sister, who's getting blinkers for the first time, and a horse that looks like she needs blinkers. She had all kinds of trouble in her career debut sprinting, came from way out of it to win. And then last race, the Blue Hen, a race in which she finished third Bound by Destiny, she was greener than grass in the stretch, didn't change leads, drifting in, but it looked like she was running.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too. I thought she was a little bit interesting off of the Blue Hen last time. Obviously, she's going to have to, find a way to be more professional. Maybe the blinkers will help with that because I don't, she wasn't going to beat Bound by Destiny in that race, but man, couldn't keep a straight course in the stretch, and it might have cost her second. Who knows? I really liked her debut. I know it was on a different surface. I still don't know how she won that race from where she was past mid-stretch.
The 7 is I Got a Bolt. She is a maiden, but she's also by one of the red-hot first-crop sires of 2022, Bolt d'Oro. And she's also going to get blinkers for the first time. Now, she was beaten in a maiden special weight last time out. She was beaten by a horse that ran off of the screen. The problem is this could be even a tougher spot.
Yeah, it definitely is a tougher spot. I see that she's cross-entered into another race earlier on the card. I'm assuming that's a maiden race. That's probably where they should run her.
Shell Bell completes the field, another one getting blinkers for the first time, a debut winner claimed out of that race. They ran her in the Blue Hen. She wasn't bet like she was going to run very much. She didn't break very well and didn't do much thereafter. She's got to do a lot more, but Quality Barn giving her another chance.
Yeah, Quality Barn. They claimed her out of her winning debut. I mean, listen, did she have an excuse in the Blue Hen by getting out of the gate just very poorly and getting outrun? I guess. She just didn't do any running after that.
Before we get to our top selections, please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for all the latest DRFTV video franchises. Top pick time for the Small Wonder at Delaware on Wednesday. Mike, I know you were impressed with the 4 Talk to the Judge's career debut. Personally, I think she might even be faster than Bound by Destiny, but I like what you said. She's not speed crazy, or at least not from what we saw.
Didn't look like it. We'll see what kind of trip she pulls. I think she can get the right one, Dan. Listen, I'm not way against the favorite in this race. I think Bound for Destiny is really the horse to beat. This horse, if that 8-1 morning line is close to being right, I could easily bet this horse with no problem.
Bound by Destiny is the horse to beat, as you mentioned, with the fast races. I think her versatility and her experience give her a slight edge over the 4 Talk to the Judge, but you're not going to get much of a price. Like you, I'm curious to see how the 6 Skylers sister responds with blinkers on, because her career debut on turf was very, very impressive. 4613 for Mike, 1463 for me. It's Wednesday's Small Wonder at Delaware. Best of luck.